How's it going, people? How is it going, people? It's your boy, Mr. Laughter, here, back again with another live stream, guys. As we know, the game is tonight. Tonight is the day that we will find out if Arsenal has backbone or they don't, if we collapse or we don't. So it's a big night, a very big night for the Arsenal. Wherever you are watching from, please. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for being around and thank you for always coming in, man. Guys, big up to you guys. Big up to you girls. Big up to everybody who tune in every single day. One love to you. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. This is the Arsenal Stand every single moment that we talk football. Now, as you guys know, the Emirates is going to be rocking tonight. Rocking, like full board rocking, like I said. It is going to be the best night that we can ever have because it's the final day, the final game at the Emirates for the season. And how big is this game, guys? We know it's not against opponent that people think it is. They, but I tell you, it's going to be a big night because Burnley has nothing to lose and Arsenal has something to go for. And Manchester City, as you guys know, won the FA Cup, and I never really reacted about it. And I can tell you seriously, Manchester City are back for the deal. They have won two trophies in a season that we thought they were not actually on it, in a season that we thought Manchester City is not on it. And now they have won two trophies. And Arsenal yet being the best season for their lives, I would say, being the best season that we have ever seen Arsenal play for a while, with all the adversities and everything that has been within it, I still think we have to get the Premier League in our cabinets. Like seriously, we have to get the trophy in our cabinets. That's how I'm gonna start today because with seeing Manchester City winning the game of football and winning just very easily against Chelsea. I mean, it was a tough game, of course. You know, FA Finals is always a tough game, and they tried their best. You know, Chelsea always with their own issue. Now Chelsea has no European hopes, I would say, and they appointed, of course, one of the best coaches that has been there in the few years that I started, you know, Bayern Leverkusen going to Real Madrid, Xavi Alonso. That is a very good appointment for me, for Chelsea. Of course, we get to see if Chelsea is going to give him the opportunity, you know, the time and everything. Because Chelsea of late, we have known, even if they bring the best team, the best manager, the problem is they can't contain those coaches. They can't really give them the full, you know, uh, management of everything. But Xavi Alonso, welcome to the Premier League. I just want to say welcome to the Premier League, and we shall see what Chelsea will do as it goes, you know, along with the season upcoming. I mean, so we can see what Alonso will do and what he's made out of. Now, with the Premier League today, guys, we're just going to do a little bit of a review of the games that has happened, and then we can go deeply to talk about some of the things that, you know, is going to happen for the Arsenal game as well. We know the Premier League today was actually played. Most of the games were very intriguing, of course, as you already know. West Ham United, that is struggling to at least stay in the Premier League, has been beaten or was beaten by Newcastle United 3-0, which was really big in their pursuit to go on and, you know, at least stay in the Premier League. Of course, Tottenham and West Ham are battling it down here. If you look at the table now, that would mean um, Tottenham at least have 38 points, and you know Chelsea. I mean West Ham United is only 36, so it's still 2 points in between the two teams, which is a little bit, you know, it's still there's just something to fight for. Might be, you know, the two games left might be a little bit tricky, you know, for some of them. I think it's basically one game for them, right? No, actually, yeah, West Ham still have a game, played one game more, and you know, as you know, Chelsea is going to play Spurs That is on Tuesday. That would bring it to a very, very good position. I thought West Ham was gonna win. Like I don't really worry about. I don't really think about wherever any of these teams are doing. But of course, it's Premier League, so we have to look at the battle. We have to look at because the main battle now is between the top and then the relegation zone. If you look at the relegation zone, it has been a little bit almost the two teams have done and dusted, but it's only Tottenham Hotspur and West Ham United to fight for the stay in the in the Premier League, which is still on it. I would say if Tottenham Hotspur doesn't win against Chelsea, so they will still be game on. So those are the battles I want to look at least because it's going to be a big one, big one. Hopefully, Tottenham Hotspur stays so that we can still have full points and everything on board. In my opinion, which would be great, man. Which would be great for us to go on and look at that. Anyway, let's look at a little bit of the Premier League results that has actually happened today and some of the games or even yesterday. So briefly, we're just gonna go through and then we'll look at our game between Arsenal and Burnley, which is going to be massive. So Newcastle really beat West Ham 3-1, and we looked at the game. Wolverhampton playing Fulham, which was 1-1. Sunderland playing Everton. Everton playing Sunderland. Sunderland ended up winning 3-1, and we have Leeds, which beat Brighton, which was surprising. I know Leeds has been on form, but like beating Brighton, that was not on the script for me. And Brentford and Palace ended up 2-2, and Liverpool, like I said last time, walloped by Aston Villa 4-2, which is very, very bad for Liverpool. Pursuit for the league as well, staying up there in the Champions League or European place. And Manchester United beat that is Nottingham Forest 3-0. So those are the results of the Premier League, which was good at least to see how everything has been. We know FA Cup was in the mix and Manchester City winning it again. That was good for them as well. And now it's back to the Arsenal that is going to play today. Guys, let me know your comment and let me know what you thought of the game as well. Give me your opinion. As you already know, the game is massive. It's massive. We need to win at least to get our points back to 5 points, which of course, we already know the job at hand. We already know what we're supposed to do as Arsenal. We know we have to win these two games. After we win the two games, of course, the trophy will automatically be ours. And the biggest thing is Arsenal is going to play, on Monday. That means we shall only have now one game left. Now, having the one game left, and Manchester City will play on Tuesday against Bournemouth, which would bring us now leveled. And how wonderful would it be if Bournemouth at least takes something out of, Manchester City? That is my hope. At least if we can do our job today, win that game emphatically, whatever way we can do it. I don't really care, but as long as we can get this over the line, for sure, man, this would be massive for us. 22 years, 20 years of no trophy, especially, the league itself. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. The good news is, guys, I'm going to have the watch along for the last game that is on Sunday, which would be really, really enjoyable. And please subscribe and also be part of the watch along because we will have massive, massive celebration and stuff. If we go on and win the league, it will be mental, man. It will be absolute mental for us to have the watch along. I haven't done watch along for a while, but I am planning to do the last game of this season, and then after all that, at least as the league begins to go on next season, I will have games that we will do a little bit of a watch along as well. So stay tuned. If you are a member, if you're not, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe on Sunday. Of course, right 30 minutes before the game, we shall be live here talking about the game and, Crystal Palace and Arsenal. We'll do the watch along live with you guys. And yeah, we'll be entertaining. We'll be so, so much fun. So I'm excited for that to be there as well. And then, as you guys know, the most important thing is for this game, Jurien Timber is back. Jurien Timber was seen training today. If you go to the Arsenal website, you see him in the videos doing training with the regular players, which is a massive, massive, massive boost for the Arsenal. I was really, really frustrated to see Ben White get injured and we didn't have really somebody to replace him right away. Because as we know this season, Ben White was immense for us the last few weeks that he came on after his injury. But the main guy who took us from day one of the season up to a certain level this particular year was Jurien Timber. And Jurien Timber, guys, his return is going to be magnificent. Of course, we don't know if he's going to play in this game, which is too early for him from Mikel Arteta's point of view. But if we can really have Timber in our back and have him present for the game, maybe the last game or even the Champions League game, that would be massive. The good news is, say it quietly, Dembele walked out of the pitch with a precautionary injury, potential injury, which might keep him out for the Champions League final. Say it quietly, please. Don't be loud because you don't know. It might happen, it might not happen. Sky Sport reported it, even PSG themselves reported it, but they said it was a precautionary measure that was taken for Dembele to go out. Let's keep it quiet and keep the 2 weeks in and see at the end of the 2 weeks before we meet the finals, before we meet in the finals, if Dembele is going to be off or he's going to be on. It would be a massive boost. Not that I wish injuries on players, but if Dembele is not there in the team, it might give us an edge, guys. It might give us an edge. Let me not hype everything, but it might give us a little bit of hope. Like seriously, a little bit of hope if Dembele goes on. I mean, if he's off, he didn't really play in the Champions League final. That is just on the side. So let's not get our hope, have let's not get high. Let's not think about something. I mean, 2 weeks is a long time for somebody to be recovered. They can recover in a day or so. We don't know the extent of the injuries. Others are saying maybe hamstring. Others are saying maybe it's just like a knock. So we don't really know exactly what the problem is. But that would be important. Like seriously, if he's off, I would really, really have us be a little bit, a step ahead from where I was gonna think we would be in this particular finals. But guys, it's just a news that has actually been on there for yesterday and today. We still know he's out for a little bit, but we don't know exactly the extent. Maybe the next few days we would understand the magnitude of the injury for Dembele, and then we can talk about it if we know completely that he's gonna be unavailable, or not really to play in that finals. But anyway, that is what I wanted to put it out there. It's not a praise for somebody getting injured, but it's Arsenal news, so it's basic news that we have to kind of go through it and have an idea here because it's massive. It's gonna be massive, guys. It's gonna be massive finals. PSG Arsenal, man, I can't wait. I can't wait for that particular game. Much as people are putting us as underdogs and stuff, every single thing, but I tell you guys, that's gonna be a big game. But that is about Dembele. As you guys wonder why I have his picture on the thumbnail, that's the reason. Because I think without Dembele, at least we have a chance. But with him on, with all the other players on, we still have a chance. You never know. But at least the level of your chances it still increases a little bit if you have that on there. But I wanted to send that out there and give you an opinion on it anyway. But anyway, that's the Dembele news. Now back to Burnley and Arsenal. As you guys know, the game is going to be exactly at 8. That is UK time, and probably if you're in the US, will be 3 p.m. USA time. That is Eastern time, which is a little bit of a, a challenge for some people who work around that period of time, but I will be in position to watch it. But I'm not gonna do a watch along for that game. Definitely do the watch along for the last game, which is gonna be massive. Of course, stay tuned if you're a subscriber or if you're not a subscriber as well. Please subscribe and be there so that we can keep this moving. Otherwise, let's talk football now. Let's talk Burnley. Now, I had a stream the last 2 days and talked about what I think would be the best idea, the best way to approach this particular game. But in my opinion, tactically, I have realized that Burnley is way better than people give them credit when it comes to playing. I've looked around and seen the games that they have played, and I've really understood Burnley play really good football, but the only challenge they have is scoring goals and being clinical. If Burnley had been very clinical in most of the games that they have played, some of the games they have been actually the better team. The only challenge is they don't take their chances. They don't score the goals that they're supposed to score. And that's of advantage to the Arsenal at the moment. When you look at us, we are not like free scoring, but we have players now that are back in the team that can give us, a little bit of edge and also the momentum that we need for this particular game. The likes of Odegaard, coming back and doing his antics and tricks in the West Ham game, and we have Kai Havertz that people you really don't know, the donkey guy. We know he is such a donkey, of course, but he gives us also a little bit of the difference in the midfield that we have been missing for a while. So having those two players back with the absence of Mikel Merino, which we don't know when he's going to be back. Mikel talked about it also. It's magnificent. The fact that this game is going to be played at the Emirates, that's why I really have this in the back for today. It's going to be massive because, like I said, the last game of the season, everybody wants to be on it. Everybody wants to be there to expect what the players are going to give, and I believe that these players with with the meet and greet that is going to happen later on today in at the Emirates, and players coming in and creating that environment, the environment and the atmosphere that we had against us Atletico Madrid. I think if we can emulate that, keep that atmosphere at the Emirates, is going to be so important in this particular game, because we don't want to go with complacency. We know what we need to do as a club. We know what to do as Arsenal. The only chance we have here is to keep the points up. Take the 3 points. I don't care wherever amount of goal we score, even if it's 1-0, scoring and beating Burnley is my only chance to win the league. And I want this to be done. Like, ideally, I want, if we can just get the 1-0 and get it moving and keep Burnley on their toes every single moment, attack and attack and attack. Because goal difference at the end of the season, like this, with Manchester City scoring for fun at the moment, 3 goals, also in the last few games they have played, they've scored basically 3 goals. And for us, we have grind 1-0 against West Ham. We had a emphatic performance against Fulham, of course, 3 goals. That was really important. I think this one here, if we can get the first goal very early and try to at least get more after that, I think Burnley would not withstand the level of performance that we have. I think we have to be quality with the rest of the players I've also had. As we know, Arsenal gave 2 days rest for the players after they have been playing so much. I think with the rest that the players have got, we should be on it. All the players should be on there at least to perform, because we know what we are supposed to do. Win 2 games, you take the trophy. Win 2 games, you go on, and the Premier League is all yours. We have the task. We already know the task. And I believe with this task that we have on, of course, we have to still do our job. We still have to do our job no matter what Burnley will do, no matter what Manchester City will do against Bournemouth. We don't want to take a chance of getting a draw or even losing the game against Burnley and hope for the best, because everything is still in our hands. Like, we have every single and I just, for me, I know the league is already done, but like, because you still have to think about it in a way where you know you don't just, because Arsenal has been a team where, like, the more you want them to do something, or if you have higher expectation for them to do something for you, um and you want them to win when it matters, sometimes they disappoint. That's why you still have some little doubt when you are watching Arsenal. I know this is Burnley. They're already relegated. But when I look at the performance that they had against Aston Villa, I look at the performance they had against Manchester City. Basically, they have something to play for. They they may want to stop Arsenal from not winning. But I believe at the Emirates, with the amount of funds that we shall have, the player qualities that we have, it should be an easy job on paper. Like basically, it should be very very easy job on paper when you look at it basically. But you don't take this game for granted because you never know what is going to come up. I've seen teams who are in relegation beating teams, that are up there. But it would be devastating if we even don't score 2 or 3 goals against Burnley. I reckon probably we may be in position to get some goal difference up in this game because that's the only game I'm looking at. Like if we can perform the way we did against Fulham, we should be getting at least 3, 4 goals in this game, which would actually increase our goal difference, which is something I expect. But we will watch it. We'll see how the game will start, and basically we'll see what this particular team is made of. And I think if we can get our goal difference up, that is crucial at the end on the last game against Crystal Palace. Because Crystal Palace, as long as we know that they're going to play maybe their weaker team, but the manager said no, he's not going to play weaker team. He's still going to fill in the right players that he wants to do because these players need minutes prior to the, to the conference league that they have. So they need minutes. So he's going to do that and keep it ongoing. Of course, at least to have the desire for the players to see that performance in so that they can move on and win something also. Because sometimes when you keep your players, your best players off, and then you go to the finals, they're not on form, they're not doing what they're supposed to do, they're not like really having the sharpness for the match. You need to have that much sharpness in some games. Like Jurgen Timber at the moment, he doesn't have that. Much as he's returning, he's coming back. He has to at least play a few games. If we are going to play him in the finals, we need him at least to, if not play this game, then he should play at least the last game, just to get that rhythm coming in. Because if you have been out for a long time, like during Timber, you don't want to just bring them in like that, and and not give them the chance to relax and perform and have age of life, and in general just get the rhythm in and keep the game going, as always. But anyway, it's big up to you guys. I see Laka already in here. Big up to you, man. Absolute legend. I hope you're well, man. I hope you're well, man. I hope you're well. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Let me see what he's saying. Hope you're well. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. You're good. You're good. I'm all good, man. I'm ready for the title. Of course, man. I am gonna do the live stream. Not the live stream, the watch along on the last game, man. So you guys can be tuned. We have a massive, massive, massive entertainment here with lots of enjoyment and fun and kicking everything around. That would be super super exciting. It would be nice if we crown it all by winning. I think it would be more exciting also if I'm not Burnley, Bournemouth can do something for us, and beat Manchester City so that we win the title even before kicking the ball when it comes to on Tuesday. But we still have to do our job today and get it done. And after getting it done completely, I hope every single step that we shall have him in the next few weeks and next few games, it should be massive, man. Should be massive. So yeah, I'm good, man. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. Now, yesterday, last week, last few days, I gave you my starting 11 for the game, but I think I looked at it and thought of it like how attacking should we really go to get this done. I still kind of want to keep that starting 11 for that, because it has a lot of things in it that I believe if we keep it tight, keep the defenders the same. Like I said, I would probably start Fury in this game. Actually, the last one I said I would start in Caprio and then have Mosquera just on the right back. Of course, Mosquera will start because there's no way Mikel Arteta can change anything in this particular game, because I know he's he's a manager that likes to try things. He loves to try things, but I wouldn't love him to have Mosquera just stay out and play somebody else in the mid. I mean, in in the right back. We need Mosquera to start there, and then between Calafiro and Mosquera, I think Calafiro would give us more attacking. So if we want to get goals quickly and easily, I would start Calafiro right away. And then in the midfield, like I said, I will still keep Declan Rice and MLS and Odegaard. I will bring Odegaard instead of Eze. I will keep Eze out for a little bit because he hasn't been performing well. So that would be my midfield and the striking line. Of course, the real guys that have been doing it for the last few days. Gyökeres, Bukayo Saka, and Trossard. That would be my ideal. And then probably if they can do something, score probably 2-3 goals in the first half, and then I would take them out and bring proper. I think this game might even fit Max Dauman. So if I would even bring him in place of Bukayo Saka, uh, that would be a good game for him. I think he needs some minutes as well when before the Champions League because Max Derman is a player. I know Mikel doesn't really um, still trust him, give him the games that I think he should be having, but also he's still 16, so we have to kind of give him the momentum, ease him in to the Premier League and in the games. Because if you put a player that is 16 now playing so much game, we can see from Bukayo Saka has been playing since he came into the main team. He has been playing and playing and playing and playing. That has been very very difficult for Bukayo now, maintaining that level of football. It's just tricky. So we need also to give him grace. I see Miguel right here. Big up to me. Good evening, my friend. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. I hope you're good. I hope you're good, man. I hope your Ecuadorians guys are all doing well, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you too. Good to see you. We're just here for a little bit and then trying to discuss the game as well because it's gonna be a big game. I won't be able really to do the live stream for this. I will watch along for this game, but the last one, keep tuned, man. We will be rocking like crazy, rocking this. I love it, man. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting, guys. It will be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. But it will all depend on how much we do today. How well we can perform and how many goals we score, and if we have any chances or stuff. Like I hope the result is gonna be in our favor. That's all my thought about it. If it can be in our favor, win probably three. I think I gave my prediction to be 4-1, which is I think it's doable, and we could even like we should keep clean sheet as well. I don't think with the record of Burnley not scoring goals, I think I should just change. I think it will be 4-0. I don't want to give them a goal because that would be a shaming for us to concede. We haven't conceded against West Ham. We have kept clean sheets for the last few games. So I think I'm just gonna go for a 4-0 in my prediction. But let me know what your thought is, and let me know what you think about it because it's gonna be, a big, big, big game for me. For me, this is a bigger game than even the one we're gonna play at Crystal Palace. I know people we're kind of putting Crystal Palace game as a very it's gonna be like a very very easy game because we know Crystal Palace have a final coming up, but also we don't have to discredit the game that they will give us because at the end of it all we're still playing at their place. It's not at our home, and if we win, all the celebration and everything will be done at Crystal Palace, which would be phenomenal for Eze. He would have lots of friends and lots of families around there who can give him, um, the big up. And yeah, winning the league at Crystal Palace would be massive for a lot of people. I mean, even looking back at Ian Wright's coming back from Crystal Palace, that would be epic for him to go back to his stadium and take a look at every single thing that Arsenal players have done. I think the relation between Crystal Palace and Arsenal of late has been superb. So I hope they can give us time at least to win, give us time to get something out of their pitch and not worry about, everything. Of course, it will be a tough game because realistically, as a team, you're supposed to fill in the best team that you can against Crystal Palace, and also Crystal Palace has to do it and fill in the players that they think can win that much. But looking at the Crystal Palace game, and yeah, as I said, it's gonna be a massive watch along for you guys, and it will be fun and fun and fun. We will play games and stuff as we get ready, and yeah, you guys will see the reactions that we have as we do watch along. Yeah, it will be fun. It will be fun. It will be fun. But Let's see. I see Clark joining here. Big up to you, man. Big up to you, Clark. Absolute legend. I hope you're well, man. You were lost, man. You're lost. Oh, man, you're lost, man. Where have you been, man? Where have you been? The last week, I know you have work, but yeah, I know you have work, man. It's big, man. Get that money, man. Get that money. Get that money, and also, wait for your gift if we beat PSG. It's not beat PSG. We win the league. You absolute legend, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. Oh, good man, good man. I mean, Burnley is not what I think would give us difficulty. I know playing a relegated team, of course, is difficult, as always. It's very difficult, but with the level of the players that we have available at the moment, and with the team being up, I think the rest that we got the last week, because it's been a week now, we haven't been. I mean, I don't know how long we have not played for a full week. Every time we play like one or two, 3 games in a week, but now having one full week of rest, I think we needed that, man. We needed this. It can give us a little bit more of relaxation, getting all those energy back, doing what you can do and refresh, going and having family times and stuff like that, and getting everything ready. That's a good refreshment for the players. And I think coming back, you could see, in the training, if you watch the video on the website, like, they were on it. Everybody's excited and having fun, and with the atmosphere that we're going to create at the Emirates, man, Clark, I think we will be really, really good. I think, like I said, I reckon four pass Burnley, in my opinion. Four pass Burnley, in my opinion. Was sick. I was sick with the flu. Is it flu or few? Um, Oh man, sorry man, sorry, sorry, sorry. I hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. So sorry. Yeah, flu is a very dangerous thing, man. Here, especially in the U.S. and Canada and other place, flu is not a good thing, man. Did you get shots, man? You should get some flu shots and stuff. That might help. They do that here. I mean, I think probably every. They normally do it in the spring or so, like that, but I mean, luckily, I haven't really got real flu, but I have like cold and stuff like that. But I've had is really, 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 really bad. But I'm glad you're feeling fine, man. I'm glad you're feeling fine. I'm sorry that you weren't feeling well. Um, against the big sick Burnley record is not bad. I mean, yeah, like I said, Burnley has been good. I mean, they have been really, really good, and that's why I'm not really underrating this game, because it's gonna give us a lot of flexibility and see who is gonna be, what Burnley is gonna bring on the plate. We don't have to, like I said, complacency is supposed to be off the table. We have to go there with the mentality of champions. We have to go there with the champion mentality and just do the thing and do what we have to do, win the game. Because, like I said, this is a marathon, 2 games to go, and win the league. I don't think any player who is in the Arsenal team cannot see that. If you cannot see that 2 games you're going to win it, then you're not fit to be an Arsenal. Like I said, Arsenal has been the best team in the Premier League so far. This season, we earned the right to be there on top of the season, and we also earned the right to win this league seriously. Because if I look at Manchester City, they weren't good the whole season. Arsenal has been, with all the adversity that we had, with every single games, with injuries, every other stuff that off the pitch and on the pitch, every situations that we have had in the team this particular season. I think we deserve to win this. If we can win this, man, finishing second again for the fourth time, it's going to be devastating for some of these players. Because when you look now at Manchester City, I was talking about it earlier, they have won 2 trophies, 2 domestics, and no one would have thought maybe they would win anything this season, looking at the way they were playing at some point. But they have got the 2 domestics, one against Arsenal and now one against Chelsea. So we're going to talk about it at the end of the season. If we don't win the Champions League, we only won the Premier League. Who could have had the best season? That's topic that we always talk about at the end of the season. Who had the best season? Was it Arsenal winning the Premier League or Manchester City, winning the two domestic leagues? So it's gonna be a little bit, of of I would say of a thought when we come to that point, seeing the way Manchester City was performing earlier in the season, and nobody thought they would even catch Arsenal at some point because we were so good, man. Remember those days where like no goals could even go in the Arsenal, even a shot on target. Nobody could even had have a shot on target against us. But now we have moved to that level, Um, at the end of the season. It's our most difficult section of the season, every single season, where we struggle in April, and then May at least we get up and get our things moving. And I think if you look at the record for the last few seasons, when it comes to May, the last few games, we always try to win them, and we are really really good at finishing some of the games after April, which I think the two games we should be in position. If we cannot beat these two teams left, man, like I said, Mikel, he has to at least try some few stuff. I like that he was very, very innovative and very, very proactive, and pragmatic in most of the things that he did against West Ham. So if we can keep that in, keep it locked and run it the way he has been doing in the last few games, I think we should be in good shape to win this game, in my opinion, because it will be difficult. Of course, Burnley has nothing to lose. They can spoil our title race whatever way they want it, but it's upon us as Arsenal players to see exactly what we want from this game. Because as I said, we have only two games left. Win the two games, and you're good to go. That's how I look. Win the two games and you're good to go. Nothing else. So we have a task in our hand, and it's upon Mikel to decide who can complete that task. I believe whichever team that we bring out there, any player that we put out there, with the exception of Julian Timber, who is not on form yet, we should be able to beat Burnley, whether by hook or crook. It is not going to be difficult like the game we played against West Ham, because the most difficult game was West Ham. And I think West Ham out of the park. Now we have the two finals left. What is his name? Saliba said we have two finals to go for. The two finals are, actually three finals in my opinion. These two Premier League games, and then the last game against, PSG. Of course, some people who are early here, we talked about Dembele. That's why we have him on the thumbnail. The reporter said Dembele walked out in the game and potential, injury. And I said, let's be quiet about that. It's 2 weeks time to go. A player can recover within 2 weeks, and he will be scoring against us in the finals. So let's keep it tight. Let's keep it a little bit quiet, and we listen and see what will come so that we can think about the Champions League as well. Because how massive would it be if Dembele is not there in the finals? That could give us a little bit of a chance, man, because that is the main man for PSG. Of course, Scaler is still there. Bacalas is still there. What is his name? Ramos is still there to lead the line. But having Dembele out, if he is to be out for the finals, would be a massive, massive boost for the Arsenal players, even for the Arsenal fans as well. We would have a higher chance. If we had like a lower chance, which was like here, we would have at least here. So that's the point of it. But let's keep it quiet, man. And let's not celebrate. I don't celebrate. I don't wish him to be injured, but sometimes, a blessing in disguise is it's something good, It's something good. But all in all, let's keep it tight. Let's see what Burnley will bring for us. What is Arrow saying here? Remember you said that your last game would have been 6-0, but score a controversy win. I mean, which one was that? The West Ham game? Uh, Did I say 6-0, Harold? Like, man, wagwan, wagwan. Did I say 6-0? I don't remember because I thought it was 4-0. For me, I thought, I mean, it was 4-0 against West Ham. And we, like I said, we have been at West Ham many times, but we have made pass, like 4 past them, 6 past them. And that was what I thought would happen But I realized that the magnitude of the magnitude of the game was really, 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 really competitive because w- West Ham needed to beat us or they needed a draw from us. And so when the game turned out to be a very, very tricky team, tricky, difficult one, of course, we expected that to be there. I expected that to be the level. But with the formation that we had against Fulham, my idea was we should be able to pass six or even, I mean, four or six past them. But I didn't say like completely was going to be the game of football where we would beat, West Ham thoroughly because I gave them a chance as well. They were at home. Look at today, Newcastle walloped them 3-1 because they played away. So at home, that was the only game that they expected to perform really best. And it would have given them a chance really to stay up. But now they are 36 points, and Tottenham is 38 points, and Tottenham has Chelsea, on Tuesday. If they win that, I think it would be done and dusted for them. They would be relegated. So, but Nunes today said they still have a chance. So let's see what will happen if they still have a chance really to stay in the Premier League. I would love them to stay, but of course it looks like Tottenham Hotspur might age them, and then Tottenham Hotspur might stay in the Premier League instead of West Ham. But I mean, I have no choice anyway. Whoever stays, I'm okay with it. Tottenham would be great. At least gives us, North London Derby is always good. It's a good atmosphere, a good game to watch. Gets everybody excited. Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur because they're just there. It gives us just the age, give us the desire always. And every time you have the fixtures, how do you look at North London Derby? When is it gonna be and stuff like that? You look at Manchester City, you look at Manchester United, Liverpool. You look at all those big games in your calendar and see which one is crazy. So I would love to maintain North London Derby in the structure, which would be great. But if doesn't happen, because I think the game, like the how can I say it, West Ham is not such a big game for us. But I would feel so bad for them. I mean, they built a very nice stadium, winning the Conference League, and then now you're going back to relegation. It's a pain, man. It's a pain. That's why I said Premier League is getting better. I mean, people say it's getting worse, but I mean the football itself is not. It's bad. I would say right now, when you look at the game, the style of game that we play, it's bad. Premier League teams are not playing great, nice, sexy football like Wenger used to call it. We are terrible. At the moment, we just love to defend. People, I mean, games wasting time. The game, there's no free flowing in the Premier League games anymore. Like struggle between defenders and stuff, set piece in the high. So it's like if you want entertainment, like real entertainment, for now, I believe Premier League is not the best entertaining, league in my opinion. I could be wrong, but like that's my opinion. I feel like those days, games in the Premier League excites you, gets you off your, of your chair or of your seat, and you just, enjoy the game of football. Right? But right now, sometimes you're watching Arsenal, you're watching, Manchester United or Manchester City, you're just bored. You're just watching side to side passing. Like it's not exciting anymore, and that's ruining the league. The only thing is, we Premier League has a lot of money, so a lot of money means everybody wants to maintain where they are and keep not really like keep their finances up and get best players. And so every team is now bringing in good players, and you know and that brings the competition. But like I think the game has changed so much that even the smaller teams can beat you anytime. Burnley can surprisingly shock us and beat us today, and that would not even be unacceptable. It would be something that happens. I've seen, like look at the game we drew against Wolves. Nobody was expecting that. So it's something that the league is competitive, of course, but the style of football, everything around it, I don't think it's enjoyable anymore for me. I could be wrong, but that's just my view on it. But I think if we can improve on certain things, of course, the games, are evolving. The teams are evolving as well. So you don't expect the same style of football. 4-4-2. Those people like Wenger used to play it in 4-3-1, whatever style you can play. And the game has evolved, of course. That makes the difference. And players nowadays are not as talented, in my opinion, compared to the players that used to play in the Premier League. We used to have best players in the Premier League, but at the moment, if you look at all around the Premier League, somebody who has flair, somebody who has like the antics, somebody that you can enjoy watching in the Premier League. Like, we used to have Cristiano Ronaldo, Beckham, Vieira, um, like good players that that excites you to watch, when you go to watch football. Right now, I think the only player that gives you, the desire to even watch football, I think it's Chucky from Manchester United. He has that, age and flair, and he enjoys playing football and it's fun. But other than that, I think in Arsenal, I mean, we don't have. I mean, Eze has his tricks and stuff, but like somebody that the Premier League can say, "Oh, this is the best player." Every defender's fear. I know Alan is one guy that people fear to play, but he's not like a skillful player. He's just a goal scorer, in my opinion. That's what I'm talking about, anyway. But a lot of the rumbles. Let's move on, man. Sorry. I'm preparing to feast today after the Burnley game. I mean, we will see, man. We will see. Come back here. We will definitely do a stream after the game, as always, and decide and look at how the game went. Of course, you're welcome on the channel as well, and subscribe if you haven't yet. So we'll have that. We will have that insight after the game. Let's see. It's not gonna be meltdown. It will be, of course, saying we would have scored 10 goals, we would have scored 15 goals, we would have scored this amount of goals. So be excited, man. Be excited. It will be fun. It will be fun. Maybe you will realize that, okay, definitely Arsenal is winning this, and you won't even show up. Like sometimes Alex doesn't show up. Today I see him here. You absolute legend, Alex. Remember, I asked if you want a bet on that score when you predicted the 6-0 score. I mean, I don't do betting, but big up to yourself. I'm glad I didn't do it. Sometimes you have to be wise, man. Sometimes you have to be wise. Don't fall for don't fall for for the, for for, for the bunny. That's how I call it. Don't fall for the bunny. That is bringing its ears up and thinking. You can see that, oh, he's doing great. He's doing great. Then he runs away. From you so fast. So I never fell in for that, man. But big up to yourself. Big up, man, Alex. I hope you're well, man. I hope you're well. What's up, man? Reason why people say it's getting worse. What's up, man? Reason why people say it's getting worse. What is getting worse, man? What is getting worse? The reason why everybody says the Premier League isn't playing as well as it is because Arsenal play that. Um, Alex. Is Arsenal the only team in the Premier League, man? Are we the only team in the Premier League? Like, realistically, we are not the only team in the Premier League, and we are not the only team that is good at set piece. We are not the only team that is. Um, I think even when you look at the money, Arsenal doesn't have so much money in the Premier League. The amount of money that Manchester City has spent, the amount of money Liverpool has spent last summer alone, the amount of money Manchester United has spent is crazy. But it's not all down to Arsenal, Alex. I know you just don't like Arsenal, but it's not all down to Arsenal. We have been playing terrible, of course, this season. But you know what? The reason why we played like that in some of the games, we needed it. We deserve to play like that for certain games because otherwise we wouldn't be in this position that we're in. There's some games that we needed to be very, very, how can I even call it? I would say like very reserved, defend, be aggressive, and just score the one goal and go and defend. Manchester City did that against Arsenal when they came to the Emirates. They scored that one goal and defended for their life till Martinelli scored that goal. So it's not only down to Arsenal. Of course, Arsenal being the league leaders, people think they have to be, playery, play the best football and do this and do that. A league, the team that is going to win the league has to be like the best team in the league. Of course, we are still the best team in the league, but like having players that people would look and say, wow, wow, what a season, what a season. You will never see that again in the Arsenal. You will never see that again in the Premier League, in my opinion, unless something changes. I don't think any Premier. Look at Liverpool even last season. Liverpool didn't wow anybody. It was just because Salah was on form and he outscored everybody. It was not like, oh, Liverpool was such an exciting team and they deserved to win. Of course, they were the best team in that last season when Arsenal just collapsed because they had the injuries. But it's not the last few years. I don't think we can all look at the Premier League winners and say, wow, what a team. Like, wow, you get so excited for that particular team and you look at each player in the team and say, there is no team better than them. I don't think in the last 3 years we can say that about the Premier League. Like realistically, I think it's a great league. It's been a good league. I enjoy it every single moment. I enjoy Premier League. All like when I look at all the other leagues, Premier League is still the best for me because I grew up watching it and I love it. And I love, Arsenal as well as my team is getting in there. I'm not going to stand here and say Arsenal played the best football this season. Even if we won the league, we didn't play the best football. We did not. Like, honestly, if you want to be honest, we Arsenal did not play the best football this season, even if we're going to win the league. Honestly, for me, I think Bournemouth, you know, when you look at Brighton, you know, those teams even for me, they played better football compared to Arsenal this season. Of course, there were some games exceptional, the North London Derby scoring. Those ones were two exceptional games, you can see, games that we played in the Champions League at home, Atletico Madrid, looking at, Bayern Munich. Those games were exceptional. You can see that we do have that desire to play in a specific way, but because Mikel wants to keep the record and win the league, he decided to go with a style of football that suits him at the most at this particular time. And I agree with it. He has to go with like that to win the league because sometimes you don't have to win the league by playing your best style of football. As long as you can take it over the line, great. We go for it. That's how I look at it, man. Big up to yourself anyway. What about Bruno? And Bruno Fernandez. Bruno Fernandez was good. I mean, he performed well. I think for me, he wouldn't have been the best player for me for the Premier League. I would have put somebody different. But Premier League does what they do. I mean, he he did play so well this season, and he's still doing well. And I would have waited for the league to finish first to give him, because I know. And if you look at the scenario between or the circumstances for Bruno Fernandes, and you look at um, Arsenal, you look at Manchester City, you look at Liverpool. Bruno Fernandes played almost the entire season 1 week in a time. Like he didn't play every single week. He plays only once a week. Like, why would you give a best player of the Premier League who just only plays once a week? Of course, he's resting. He has all the rest he needs. He's not fatigued. He's not tired. He's been playing only once a week since they got beaten by Grimsby, whatever name they have. They were playing only one day a week. And you can't say he's the best. Of course, he could be the best one because he was resting. And look at Declan Rice. Look at what is his name from Manchester City. I would say even um, Donnarumma being in the goal. Even looking at O'Reilly. If you look at Alan himself being the best, goal scorer and stuff. Like, they played till quarterfinals or semifinals of the Champions League. They went all the way to the FA finals and Carabao Cup. Why don't they? Premier League doesn't consider that. You can't give just a player who has been playing on it once a week and thinking he was the best. Of course, he was good this season, but I wouldn't have given it to him in my opinion. But I will be here whether whether or not for the Arsenal man. Big up, man. Big up to yourself. Hey, bro, do you guys Hey, bro, you guys are going to have to delete this channel after Burnley, man. Never, man, never. I already told you in the last stream that if we get beat by Burnley, I'm not gonna come back again, and we won't have the watch along, of course, because that would mean the channel is not there anymore. We will start a fresh channel from zero and build up. But this one, you won't see it. It will be completely closed. We'll start a fresh one if Burnley beat us. Please, I don't want you to delete your channel after today, my friend. Big up to you, man. Kill Angie. Big up to yourself. I hope you're well, man. All I want for this season is Arsenal and Orlando Pirates to win the league. Of course, man. Big up to you, man. That's all we desire, man. That's all we want. They have been, I mean, Orlando Pirates has been great, man. They have been great. Hopefully, they will maintain it, you know. Hopefully, they will maintain the league and win it. It will be right. It will be great. It will be great, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for joining me. Absolute legend. Alex is saying here, whether you guys spent more money than us. I mean, Alex, on what ground? Manchester United, Manchester City has been spending for ages, man. Let me pull it up. Let me see how much money has Manchester United spent in the last 3 years. Let me see. I will give you here because you know Google is there, man. Let me Google. I will show you Manchester United spending last year. Let me give you this. I like talking with facts, man. I like to. Let me give you. Let me even give you last 5 years. Okay, let's see here how much you guys have spent. Manchester United record. I mean, spending approximately 6,058 million. 6,058 million. You look at that. Man, that's a lot of money. I will look for the Arsenal and win, and they will win the league tonight. Of course, man. That's all we care for, man. Big up to yourself, Christopher. Big up to yourself. Thanks for coming, man. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing too. Not mathematically, but they will it tonight. Of course, I mean, as long as we win this, I think it's done and dusted. Like I said, it will be done and dusted. There is no way. There is no way if we win this game and we are gonna lose against Crystal Palace. Don't tell me that. I don't think that is gonna be even a chance. I don't think it's gonna be even a chance. Alex, I will look at your thing in a bit. But like Arsenal at the moment, in my opinion, if we cannot win the league at this particular stage of the season, and I think that would mean we have some mental problem. We have mentality problem. That's how I'm gonna call it. Not mental problem, but mentality problem. If we cannot win the league at this stage with 2 games left, we have mentality problem. Like what Rodri said. Rodri last time when they won the league, they said when Arsenal came to the Etihad, we looked at them and said, these guys don't have the mental strength. They don't. They don't. And guess what? They went on and win the league. They won the league. So if we cannot have that mental strength to finish the game with just 2 games, guys, absolutely we will be falling apart. I don't know what I would even say. Like I said, the channel, you won't see the channel, guys. Please subscribe and be there so you can keep the channel on. And let's pray. Or let's hope we keep the channel because if Burnley beat us, you won't see me. I will do the stream after Burnley game, celebrate everything, guys, and say thank you so much, guys, for being part of the team and thank you for enjoying. And we will delete this one and start a fresh one. I don't avoid it starting from fresh, man. I have started so many fresh things in my life, and you believe me, it will still come up better. So if this one kills it, if Arsenal kills this channel, we'll start a new one. Of course, we'll start a new one with a different vibes and stuff. So let's hope we keep the channel on. So, but thanks for subscribing too. Let's hope we keep it on, man. So Burnley, please don't let me delete my channel. If you want me to, if you want me to be here, Arsenal, don't let me delete my channel. Keep it on, and we will move on. If you win, just get me even 1-0, we'll celebrate and keep it on. You get 1-0, keep it on. Get 1-0, keep it on. That would be perfect anyway. Let's see here. I mean, we haven't spent as much as you this year. I mean, you mean on players? I think in all round in the last 5 years, of course, Manchester United has spent. So look at you bought what is his name? Pogba when Pogba came back, almost 100 something, you know. But anyway, in general, I think Arsenal this summer they spent at least fair amount of money, which was needed because we needed to win the league. You guys you don't even look like going to fight for anything. Um, I'm glad you guys made it to the fighting top four. You made it to the top four, which is great, which is magnificent. I enjoy you guys being in the league, and I think it's fun as well to see Manchester United back competing and back in the league. Of course, we needed that to be there. The most iconic teams in the Premier League: Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United. The likes of Newcastle those days, Nottingham Forest those days. We need those tough serious I mean the serious stuff for those days to come back to their competition because right now it's only Arsenal that has actually been consistent for the last 5 years. But Manchester United on and off, But coming back to, to Champions League might help you, but you need to invest as well. I know Carrick has already been I think it's about to be confirmed to be your manager, right? Which was big. I mean, it's good to keep Carrick. I think it would give you a little bit more of a age, at least to keep it rolling. Because if you have a manager that is moving on and keeping the team together, like Amorim was just, I think he was just not doing great, and he lost the players and lost the dressing room as well. But having Carrick at the moment, I think is young and he can be like Mikel Arteta for some reason, unless something changes next season because Manchester United also a player a manager comes with the vibes, does few win some few games, and everybody's saying they're the best team. After a few days, what happened? We don't need Carrick anymore. He's finished. Of course, sometimes it becomes a trend for a team. If you keep chasing your club, your manager off, or canceling contracts like Chelsea has done for the last few years, I mean, you keep doing that. Hopefully, Alonso will stay for them for a long time, and that might stabilize the club if they want to, stabilize it. But getting a manager does not mean you're gonna win the league. I have heard other people have started now. Oh, Manchester United next season will now start, contesting, going in for the title. They will be up there, trying to, compete for the title and stuff. It's like, man, get serious, get seated. It's Carrick, man. It's not Mourinho. It's not Conte. It's not m- the best man. I don't think you would be there, of course, but I don't think you'll be competing for the league. In my opinion, it took Arsenal how many years? 2 3 years with Mikel Arteta to start really really competing. So it will be nonsense for me what people are saying anyway. What are you trying to say? 6 8 million. I mean, like 600 million euros. That's the amount of money you guys have spent in the last 5 years. Everybody's going to yell timber and Arsenal are going to fall like a tree. A man. Leave your Manchester head, man. You guys had the mentality problem this whole time. I mean, we like I said, we have been having some things like that, but we have grown, man. We have grown as a team. We have definitely grown. I don't think we are still that young team that we used to have. We have grown. We have grown. In the saying goes, as the saying goes, it's the hope that kills. I know, man. I know. Come on, Burnley, you can do it. Don't be like Pep who said, almost, you know when Pep finished his press conference in the last game before we met West Ham, he said, "Come on, Iron." Man, you can pick up the iron, but nothing will happen, man. We are bound. We are bound to win this league. Definitely, we are made to win this league this season. No matter what happened, I back this team. Arsenal will 100% lift this trophy in the last day of the game, and we will be here to celebrate it. Of course, I said we will do watch along, so be excited, and we will have so much fun on Sunday and enjoy the moment and celebrate together with you. And you're more than welcome, man. You're more than welcome. I welcome anybody, whether you are Manchester City, you're a fan from wherever. You are more than welcome to the channel. Just only subscribe and be part of the channel, and we will move on and we will enjoy every single moment. Together as a family, we will build this community together, and we will love it. We will enjoy. And of course, it's gonna be biased, Arsenal as always, because it's an Arsenal channel. It's called the Arsenal Stand, so we will be speaking Arsenal and enjoying Arsenal fun. But I don't care having other fans here bantering and having it's fun. You wouldn't run a channel with no opponents. Opposing gives a little bit of idea and challenges, and it keeps the conversation going, and I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming in every time, and you're having fun here. It's fun, Alex. I love having you here, so big up to yourself. You keep the conversation going, which is phenomenal. It's wonderful. I love it. So as we enjoy the Premier League as well, whether you are opponent, or you are opposing team, or you whatever team you support, just come and enjoy and celebrate together with us, because on Sunday we will be lifting up this trophy and we will be enjoying together, and I will welcome anyone on the channel. Of course, live stream will start right 30 minutes or 15 minutes before the game, and we will be here for watch along and all the reaction, probably 2-3 hours. We will be here on Sunday just to finish the season and enjoy the Premier League. We will go through all, league by league, game by game, discussing, which game we looked at, all the wins and all the draws. We will go all over it, man. It will be so much fun, guys. Just hook up and you'll be right there. It will have so much fun, man. I can't wait for it. I'm really excited. I'm getting everything ready for it and having so much fun already. And as the Sunday comes, I mean, you guys, if you guys win it will be like us next year. We will just do it faster. Let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. Will Spurs get relegated? I mean, killing NJ. I don't think they will, man. I think they're gonna stay. Like, something tells me they're gonna stay, because I don't trust Chelsea at all. I don't really trust Chelsea in the Tuesday game. I think Chelsea might. I mean, it might be a difficult game, but I think they might get a draw. Tottenham Hotspur play away really. When they are away, they play good football. When they are home, that's the problem. I think they're going to Stamford Bridge. So with with Chelsea losing the finals and all the players, l- I think they wanted to at least win the FA Cup so they can stay in Europe, but that didn't happen. So I think even if they win against Tottenham Hotspur, they might have a chance or not. Let me look at the table here. Would they have a chance if they win against? Would they have a chance if they win against? Let me see here real quick, guys. I don't think they even have a chance even if they won against Spurs, just like to get into the European League. But it will be a tough game. I think Tottenham Hotspur will stay up. Like, I think they will stay up, and I think it will be good for the league, man. We cannot let Tottenham Hotspur go back and lose to nothing. That's good for business. Like Arsenal wise and London wise, I think for the business aspect of it, it would be good for Tottenham to stay, just at least because all those matches, like even for the TV and also the fans in the stadium, for business, if you think business, like my brain sometimes thinks business because as an entrepreneur, you have everything is in your brain. I like doing business. I have my own business as well. So when you think business wise, having um, having Tottenham Hotspur stay in the Premier League is best because when you look at the revenue that people as both teams gets at every season is good, you know. So you want derbies to be there because many people would watch TV, rights will get a lot of money as well from televising the game. So just but if it comes to like banterness, letting it would be fun. It would be fun for Tottenham to be relegated for the Arsenal, and we win the league. It will be phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but I think business wise doesn't make sense to me. In my opinion, when you think business, like business mind. Anyway, uh, I'm not saying you guys should be business owners or entrepreneurs. Anyway, who am I to tell you what you can do? You can do whatever you want in life, man. So if Burnley wins, do you still be here? Of course, yeah. If Burnley wins, I will be here. I will be here talking about the game, crucifying Mikel Arteta, giving him all sorts of, criticism. And then after that, you won't see the channel anymore. If that happens. So I'll be here, of course, after the game, talk about it and see the problem, and you guys can listen to it, and enjoy it and enjoy all the meltdown that will be here, all the cries, every single, word that you expect from a mad person, talking, you will hear it, and yeah, we'll see. But I don't see that happening anyway. I don't see that happening, Alex. I don't see that happening. That's if you beat Palace and Burnley. But if you guys drop points, I mean, there's no way we can drop points. I think the task is very simple: win both games, and you win the league. Very simple task. 2 games. If you can win 2 games, guys, why should even be on top of the league? Why? Looking at Burnley, man, why would you not even beat Burnley? 5, 6, 7 goals. Why on earth would you not beat Burnley? It's still football, of course, but why would you not beat Burnley? Like, make it make sense. Like, why would you fail to win against Burnley at home, the last game of the season? The atmosphere you will have from the fans, the crowd, everyone. Why would you not win? There is no reason for Arsenal to fail against Burnley. Of course, maybe Crystal Palace, but Burnley at home, guys, like realistically, Burnley at home to beat Arsenal, and we are going for the title. We want to win the league at home. If it was maybe at Burnley's like tough more, I would have some hesitation. But like in the Emirates Stadium, full of people, we're having parade. Not parade. We're having meet and greet players, creating that atmosphere we had against Atletico Madrid, having everybody hype, all the players hype, and we go out there and let Burnley beat us at home. Yet we want to win the league. We have 2 games to go. Make it make sense, guys. Alex, be serious. Like, I don't see this happening. Like, seriously, I don't see it happening. There is no way. There is no, even if the football gods wants Arsenal to fail to win. Of course, the computer is on our side. The computer made it very clear when we lost against Manchester City that Arsenal will still win the league. Are you gonna go with the computer or go with your gut or go with your mind? You're gonna go with the history of Arsenal bottling leagues, or you're gonna go with what you're seeing at the moment, the performance that Arsenal is giving. So anyway, guys, enough is enough, man. We have been here for ages now, so let's close the chapter and get to see the game tonight, and possibly I give us a 4-0 in my opinion. That's my prediction, and my starting 11, like I said, Mosquera, Gabriel, Saliba, and Calafiori. Mid that is my defense, and the midfield I will still keep, Declan Rice, MLS, and Odegaard for Eze in this particular game, and keeping the lineup as always. Yoker is my main striker, and going for what is his name, Bukayo Saka on the left. I mean on the right, and then of course Leandro Trossard, my main man, the clutch man, will be on the left hand side. That is my starting 11, and I'm going for 4-0. Hopefully we get it there, we get it done, guys. It's been a pleasure talking with you guys. Let me look at this comment quickly and then we can close it, man. It's been a pleasure being with you guys. It's fun. We will see you all tomorrow. Now that's if you beat Palace and Burnley, but if you guys drop points, I already looked at that. I think I already looked at that. And uh no, you need to delete the channel if you guys lose that. That was the old. That wasn't it. You need to delete the channel if you guys lose that. What do you mean, man? I only said if Burnley beat us, then we will. I will. Not losing it. Your thoughts on the Champions League finals? For me, I believe PSG are good, but I also believe Arsenal could surprise a lot of people, just like how Chelsea surprised PSG at the FIFA Club World Cup. I mean, Champions League, kill and J. Hopefully, I'm saying yeah, it's a kill and J. So I think Champions League is going to be a matchup for me. People think Arsenal is not good to match up with PSG at the moment because they're only looking at the attacking flair of PSG, but they're not looking at the defense of PSG. They're not looking at Arsenal's potentials and way they can exploit PSG. When you look at the game critically, I think if you want to understand this game very well, go and look at the two games we played against PSG in the semifinals, both at home and and away, and go back and look at the game that we played in the league phase last season as well, and then try to look at the style of football that Arsenal is playing at the moment, and then you that will give you a better idea of the battles that we are going to have. I mean, of course, we are gonna do the analysis in after the Premier League is done and stuff. We will get to build that, and I will give you my analysis on each team and what I think Arsenal can do to explore and also exploit, the defense and also the midfield of Manchester of PSG, because I believe Arsenal is capable of surprising people in a lot of ways. There very many good things that Arsenal can do in this particular game that many people are not seeing. Defensively, we have been immense in the Champions League, and nobody is talking about that. They only think about PSG attack. Of course, we have gone, we have made probably the best attacks in the likes of Bayern Munich, and we played at home, of course. And in the Champions League, we haven't really conceded so many goals. And that defense alone is a plus for us, in my opinion. And it's not like PSG has scored more than 3 goals in the last few games we played them. Their goals was, I think, was 1-0 or 2-0. So they haven't really scored more than 2 goals on average against us, even when we played at the time when we were inexperienced. I feel like Arsenal at the moment we do have experience, unless unless the occasions gets over us, unless we get panic attacks when we are playing the first finals. My only worry is, are we going to stand up for it and not let the occasion of the finals affect us? Because that's one thing I'm worried about. We haven't been in the final for ages, and we are now playing in the finals. If we Because PSG has been there, they have played in the finals, they have won the Champions League. If we don't let the occasion of the Champions League affect us, we would be in position really to give PSG a hard run for their money. Like seriously. That's my only thought on that. If we can keep our cool and keep our momentum, keep our energy up and match PSG and bring them maybe to our level, especially not allowing them to run like they always run, not allowing their wingers to do whatever they want to do in the game, then we have a chance. But I don't want us to be affected by the occasion that will be at hand, being in the Champions League final for the first time, and players are nervous, players are not doing what they can do, doing having silly passes, not really getting their players, having maybe not really, miss passes and stuff like that. As long as we don't do that, we will have a chance. That's my thought on it for the moment. But I will give you more when we get to, the Champions League day. Closer to that. That's just my thought for now anyway. But thanks for asking, man. Thanks for asking that question. Thanks, really. Thanks for asking. I mean, you guys lost two teams before that you written off. Of course, that's a long time ago, man. It's final. It's squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum time. You know that squeaky bum time. You don't give any, SB to anybody. You get what is in front of you and finish it. Eat every food that has been given to you. Don't leave it. You know, don't leave any stone unturned. That's how my teacher used to say it. So keep it moving. I mean, you guys lost two teams before. I already read that, but anyway, Alex, thanks because you're Arsenal. That's what you guys do fail. I mean, that was a long time ago, man. It's a different chapter. The bottle league, like I said, this is the last time you're gonna use the word bottle, Alex. You will never use this again. Come Sunday, you will never use the bottle. This is the last time. Like I said, Arsenal bottling word is gonna end when Arsenal win the league. Nobody will use the word bottle. Like I'm thankful. I'm gonna keep this for the record. The bottle word that you have there is going to be the last time you will say or use it against Arsenal because we won't be having that anymore. It will be, when you have least, you take it, give it a mark. Give it a mark. And that would be all. Good man. Good man, Alex. Anyway, after you, good night, man. Good to see you, man. Good night. I will see you all guys tomorrow. And I hope we win and I hope everything will go on well. But good night to everybody and good night to those ones who haven't subscribed. Please subscribe to the channel. We are here every single day, if possible. And we talk Arsenal, we talk Premier League, we talk Champions League, wherever it is, man. And big up to yourself. We talk food as well. We talk whatever you have on, entertainment and information and entertainment as always. Keep it moving. And big up to all of you who have been on. And big up to Alex. Big up to Arrow. Big up to Kill and G. And big up to all that have subscribed and all that, you know, all who have actually been on the same. Big up to Laka as well. Good morning to you guys and have fun and enjoy the day. And hopefully everything will be great at the end of the day tomorrow. And we will love it and we will enjoy it. But thanks, guys. Thanks for enjoying. Thanks for being in here. I will see you all guys tomorrow. One love.